Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to your 2025 September reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Ellena. I already pre-shuffled your cards here, so let's jump right in and see what Spirit wishes to say. Open up. Simply love. Release. Share the love. Confront. Is this a love reading? Let's see. Darkest fears. Helpless and hopeless and love. Interesting. Okay, let's see what you have here. Discontentment and boredom. Passion ignited. Very different, eh? Victory and success. All right, let's see, Capricorn. What do I see here? I feel like there are some Capricorns watching that are hesitant about opening up to sharing their vulnerabilities or really putting themselves out there. I feel like there is pain that has happened in the past where you may have felt like love is not possible or that people are always disappointing. I do sense that being vulnerable and opening up to people can trigger kind of a big fear for you because maybe there's a lot of people that have let you down in your past. People who should have been there for you, who should have cared for you and loved you, they just kind of let you down. So there's some sort of heartbreak I feel that has caused you to kind of close up a little bit in terms of your expectations in life, in terms of meeting people, but also in terms of life in general. I feel like things that may have happened in your past have led you to feel as if there's this perspective that things are always going to disappoint you, or things are going to let you down, or that you're not really positive, or you don't have a lot of positive expectation for what is to come. And I feel like Spirit is asking you to kind of look into that, to heal that aspect. Just because people have let you down in your past doesn't mean that the people in the future or the people that you're meant to meet will let you down. Just because maybe in the past you've had a hard time explaining, or people don't really understand you, doesn't mean that there aren't people out there in this world that don't understand you. They will understand you probably more than you understand yourself, maybe. But that also requires you to open up and to believe in love again. I know this sounds really cheesy, but you have 3 love cards here. So this is a love reading. If this resonates with you, take what resonates, but if it doesn't, don't force it to resonate. This to me feels like you've been very unhappy with how life has been, and you've been kind of focusing on the past. There's rainbows coming in this picture here, and there's a beautiful castle, lush greens, yet this person is constantly looking inside the shadowy home. They're looking in the shadows. They're not even witnessing the beautiful rainbows and the beauty of life that is there for them, because their focus and their attention is on what didn't work out. Or they're worrying a lot. And I feel I do feel like there's heartbreak. It's heartbreak, unfortunately. Things that once brought you passion, it's almost like you're not passionate about anymore. And maybe because, maybe for those who have tried to make a business out of their passions or their creativity and it just never worked out, it's almost like you kind of feel like of like you failed at it, or like you're a failure because it didn't work out, and you see other people doing their creative endeavors, but for some reason it works out for them. Spirit is saying that like just because it didn't work out now doesn't mean that it's not going to work out in the future. It also means that just because, you know, if things didn't work out in that specific way, maybe there's a bigger plan out there for you. So I do feel like there's been a lack of trust here, and I feel like you've been feeling a little bit kind of lost because of it. It's like, I feel like there's a lot of start, stop with things. And I feel like it's not like you're not capable of things. It's not like your artwork or the things that you make is not beautiful or amazing. It just really is a mindset is what I'm picking up here. It's either you're not trusting that there's been delays for your divine protection. You're not willing to pivot and adapt to change in terms of like maybe this path didn't work out the way that it did. I'm going to trust that it didn't work out for a reason. I'm going to move on to a different thing. It's like a resistance there. But also I feel like the main resistance here is the fact that you have been let down a lot, I feel, in your childhood or in your past. And therefore you see life through a lens of like, oh, people are going to let you down anyways, or like, it's not going to work anyway, so why bother? It's kind of like a negative mindset or a negative expectation that things won't work out, whether it is a deep subconscious belief or whether you're aware of it. You just don't try. You don't want to try anymore because it's just never worked out. But Spirit is asking you to really look at your perspective and why you're choosing to believe what you believe. Like, why do you choose to self-sabotage? Or why do you feel like the shoe's gonna drop? Why do you want to keep your expectations low? Like, is it working out for you, right? Like, Spirit is asking you to really look into that and heal that, because beyond those things, beyond the things that didn't work out, you're not having the hope and the trust that things will work out and you'll meet better people, or you're pivoting in a way where there's a bigger, better plan for you and more rewards coming for you. If you're looking for love, it's like, why are you looking at things that didn't work out and then all of a sudden cutting yourself off from every potential love interest that could totally be fulfilling for you? Why are you dimming your light and stopping doing what it is that you love to do just because a few people didn't appreciate it? Like, the world is huge. It's massive. There's got to be more people out there who will love what you do and who you are. And so I feel like there's some mindset of negativity that needs to kind of clear up here. Is what I'm picking up with your cards for September, Capricorn. Pronghorn action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move free with confidence. Move forward with confidence. Move free with confidence. Interesting. So I think another thing too is like, are you doing the things that you're doing, creating the things that you're doing because you expect an outcome, and because the outcome is not what you want, you just don't want to do it anymore? It's like when you're doing that, you're putting all your control into other people and their reactions. Whereas you should be making the things that you want to make for you, to cultivate the joy within you, to feed your soul and ignite your passions, right? Like, you're not looking at how it's feeding you and your wellness. You're looking at, through the lens of validations. Like, do you see me? Do you see what I'm making? Is it good enough for you? And if it's not, you kind of take it personally, is what I'm picking up here. It says, your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. And it's like, I don't know why I'm bringing this up. You know how like, what's his name? Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag or whatever. They spent like $3 million on a soundtrack or an album or something. And it didn't go anywhere at the time. However, when there was fires happening, that album helped generate money for them when they needed it the most. Like, they had nothing, and yet that album that seemed like a failure actually was their saving grace in so many ways. Like, you have no idea what God has planned for you. But if you're inspired to make your art, you should be making it because you want to make it. Because you don't know what the outcome is. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. And I think, you know, at the time, I bet because their album didn't go anywhere, it probably was devastating at the time. And they probably never did it again. I don't know if she has another album out or whatever, but the fact that it was kind of put on the back burner, doing nothing, it actually saved their butts later on in the future, right? It really was like very helpful for them in the future when they needed it the most. So there's something to think about when it comes to that. Polar bears are so resilient. My God, you've had a tough journey, is what I feel. Yet you still know how to keep going. It's a sense of resiliency here. It says, know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. Yeah, I feel like a lot of Capricorns here are just so dang tired. So tired. But I don't want you to lean onto the pessimistic side. Spirit wants you to start enjoying your life more. And it starts with changing that belief that things won't work out. You gotta believe that there's gotta be a reason why things happen, and to not take things so personally when things don't happen the way that you want it to. Love. Oh my God, is another card on love. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Yeah, I do feel like for those who are looking for love, you're gonna meet somebody soon. But there has to be this deep, genuine release of negative expectations, and like to open your heart, open up, and trust that better people are out there for you, and that not all relationships are awful. There's nourishing relationships. There's relationships that will make you really, really happy. I do feel like this reading truly is about opening up and being okay with your vulnerability, and to kind of release the cage that kind of blocks your heart, because you have so much love to give to the world. It's so healing for people. And also the things that you make is so healing for people. That the right people will see you and appreciate you. Like, just because in the past people didn't really get it. I'm going to bring this up again. There's another artist that was singing in TikTok videos. It's the Stranger Things kind of theme song a little bit. But she sang so many songs, I think in the 70s. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll write it in the post underneath once I find her name. But nobody like really acknowledged her music at all. Yet now it is so popular. And like decades later, it's so popular. And she's finally receiving some acknowledgement for her creations. It's like she was before her time. She was before her time. And like everything that we make, frequency-wise, art, whatever, it's the frequency that is aligning other people to see you, right? So you keep doing your thing, and the right people will see you eventually, because it is the frequency that you're aligning with. So yeah, like it took her 3 decades before people truly acknowledged the brilliant work that she does. But yet it's acknowledged. It's acknowledged. It took some time. It didn't mean that she was like not talented. She was incredibly talented. It's just people didn't appreciate it then, but they sure appreciate it now, right? So keep doing what you're doing, Capricorn. Open up to love and joy in your life, because there's a lot of love for you to give. And there's a lot of love to be received. There's a lot of people that will appreciate what you do. Just keep doing what you're doing and have faith that the right people will show up for that. And it'll show up in the right time. Okay? Well, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.